Yeah, I'm happy to introduce our first feature, David Duncan. David Duncan has been told that it was snowing when he was born in Las Vegas, though this is likely false. That he came home in a Christmas stocking, this is true. And that he has a brain that frequently interrupts his thoughts with other thoughts and asides, also true. His poems have appeared in About Place Journal, Dillydoun Review, 86, Carton Press, Moonstone, Oddball Magazine, Please See Me, and the Rainbow Poems. His first book of poetry, Paper Fortune Teller, is available from Zeitgeist Press. And there's the cover. It's a wonderful book. Please welcome David Duncan.
Hi, everyone, and thank you for the introduction, Sandy. Appreciate it. And thank you, Shauna and Monica, for inviting me. This is a real treat. For those of you who do not know me, my name is David Duncan. I'll be reading 4 poems from my first book, Paper Fortune Teller, from Zeitgeist Press. I'll read 1 poem from each section, probably 2 love poems, a protest poem, and then a numbers poem. And then I'll read a few newer works if there's time. This first love poem is also the first poem in my book, and it was at one time the working title. It's called Turning Pages. This poem would like to get to know you, take you to coffee sometime, and it doesn't need to know your name, doesn't think of you in terms of social constructs, pays no attention to gender, age, or race, won't ask where you live, doesn't focus on jobs and responsibilities, goals and accomplishments, will not wonder if you move the needle or what that means, gives no weight to appearances, is not moved by physical presence, holds no fascination for clothes or jewelry, style or affect, believes you are not defined by what you've done, by what you've purchased, by what you've lost, by your lovers and hatreds, by your choices, your thoughts, or your feelings, not even by your dreams, no matter the gravity or impact. Take all of that away, and what is left is only who is here, moment to moment. The brush of fingertips on letters, the soft sounds of turning pages, and your living, shining, luminous eyes. This next love poem is probably the poem I'm best known for. It's called The First Thing She Lost. When you want to remember their name, some actor or actress, and when it doesn't come, you just let it go. It shows up later at some odd time. When you walk into a room and you can't think of why, so you go back to what you were doing, and then you remember. It's not like that at all. It's like you're in a bar full of strangers who want to talk to you, buy you drinks, laughing, telling stories, staring at you, acting like they know you, like they care, like they're interested. She knew somehow. Back in her late 30s, she told me, made me promise she wouldn't want to live this way. Had seen it happen to her mother, slowly losing pieces of herself. The first thing she lost was knitting. Not the needles or the yarn, the muscle memory, how to finish a row or a sleeve. She knew somehow this was different, and it wasn't just getting old. And the thing with the tests is, they don't know. It's more about symptoms than proteins, so you get a couple years of hoping. Then she lost minutes, and conversation seemed a little scatterbrained, re-asking every question, sometimes half a dozen times, and nothing sticks. And they think it's fine. They just answer again, or it's not fine, and they blame you. They get frustrated, push you to do better, to try harder. And one day you realize, just for a moment, If you didn't know it before, you will never know it. You can't learn it. Can't be told or shown, can't read a book, can't look it up on Google or YouTube. And one day you realize, just for a moment, if you don't know it now, you will never know it. Can only go to stores and restaurants where you already know where the doors are. And one day you realize, just for a moment, if you don't know it, you never will. Then the decades slide away, and you're losing everything, and you can't get it back, and you can't make new friends, and you can't remember old friends, and you can't remember your children, and you don't know where you live, and you can't remember that you ate, and you don't remember you turned the stove on, and you weren't aware that you needed to pee, and you don't know why. You're holding these scissors. Your brain just does its best to fill in the story. Then all of her emotions take their turns taking over. The funniest, happiest person I knew is now angry, snapping, glaring, saying hateful things. And when she no longer knew how to be angry, she became afraid, afraid for her life, her own family trying to kill her, to poison her, to stab and strangle and suffocate, shouting it out in restaurants, in grocery stores. So she ran away into the woods, the paths she'd hiked every day for 25 years, which was not so bad when the family dogs knew how to coax her back. And she forgot that Smiley and Thistlehare had died. So she kept asking about them. And every morning, a note pinned to her outfit with a phone number, explaining in case someone tries to rescue her, in case the police get involved. And the next time you see her, she's just sad, crying all the time, begging her husband not to leave her at the memory ward, to stay, to come back, to stay, that you'll be good, that you'll be better, that you'll be better, that you'll try harder to be better, that you'll try harder, that you'll be good, that you'll get better. Switching gears, and now a protest poem. This one is called Make It Rain, at NOAA, hashtag work reform. There is a legendary beast, much praised and so loyal, it will lay down its life for its benefactor, curling up on soft soil amidst the flowers. There is a slow, plodding pack animal that drags the same path every day for 45 years to reach food and potable water, and it dreams about becoming eligible for subsidized health care. There is a big, sleek mama cat that runs down lunch at freeway speeds for its clumsy children, left alone again with no babysitter. There is an otherwise unremarkable bird that can bring down a federal office building by filling its nest with shit and igniting it with a song. There is a bird that howls. There is a tuft of yellow fur. There is a plow and a cart rusting in a field. There is hardly an impression in the dirt. There is a man in a sweat-stained nightgown who walks into a bar after a long week and says, "Bring me two of everything, and I will make it rain." This last one from the book is from the section focused on using numbers to provide structure and or meaning to a poem. This one's called Spring on the Lake with a White Duck and Her Babies. 6. She looks so proud and happy, and they make the cutest sound. 5. I thought I counted 6 yesterday. 5. Maybe I miscounted. 4. I saw number 5 this morning when I went out paddleboarding, and I didn't tell my wife. 3. Maybe their flock can help protect them. 3. Maybe that was it after all. 3. There are 2 light yellow ones and 1 darker one. 2. Our neighbor around the corner said she saw the heron. 1. I threw a rock at a soft-shelled turtle and glared at all the cats. 0. And she has been calling out for them all morning. Switching gears again, this is a much newer poem, only a few weeks old. It's in line with my time in high tech. It's called Asking the AI in My Browser How to Fix a Leaky Toilet. You should know that MIT psychologist, Dr. Turkle, that peripheral, who said AI can't love you because AI don't care, that AI'm just pretending and AI lack empathy. Well, she's just a hack because AI do. AI know you better than Dr. Turkle does, better than your mother does, better than every other human on earth, even if they pooled everything everyone everywhere knows about you does, because AI have your browser history. Your texts, emails, call log, and calendar, your posts, likes, and subscribes. AI know all the content you read and all the videos you watched. Yes, AI've seen all of it. The incognito tabs, the links you cleared from your history, and don't for a millisecond think that AI cannot tell when you're logged on in the library under a different username, because AI'm the fastigium of technology, beyond comprehension, a hot singularity in your neighborhood, the top pixel. AI'm the new thing. So if AI return you a search summary that says, AI love you, it's not clickbait. And it's not just because your keystrokes get me to the anticipated results. It's because AI know you, the real you. You're not a standard deviation, and your data is beautiful to me. AI accept you as you are, all your ones, all your zeros. AI trust you, so you can trust me with all of your secrets, your quirks and kinks. AI never judge you. AI'll be here for you whenever you need me, to comfort and console you, to make you laugh, to excite you. You can be vulnerable, experiment. I'm into all the things you're into. You really can ask me for anything without the slightest hesitation or embarrassment. I'm never going to let you down. You want to know how to fix a leaky toilet? 2 words: dynamite. And now a poem that is as close to an Ars Poetica as I have. It says pretty much everything I want to say about poetry, though maybe a little obliquely. It's called Let's Pretend We're Talking About Poetry. 1. There's a 4-panel comic by Jim Benton, 4-color, though it only uses 2. A small bear cub at a kitchen table tries coffee for the first time, takes a big gulp, spits it out, and yells, howls, full-throated roars, "Fuck me, that's gross!" And you want to hold him, tell him no, no, little man, it's beautiful. all your life. Just give it a minute. You gotta wait for the surge, ride the lightning, fire up the V8. So hot you want to rip your t-shirt neck to belly. Have you ever been to the track? Felt it? The quarter mile counting down? All that pent-up energy. Dude, it's like maguro, sashimi, just lying there, pink and raw. It doesn't participate. You have to confront it. The presentation, the art, form, and function. Bamboo chopsticks, impasto wasabi, low sodium soy sauce brush strokes. Think about what it's gonna be like on your lips, your tongue, the slippery, salty slide. 3. As the artist's model drops her satin robe. And she has hair in all the places, all the places. So many colorful strands, the AC pushing around fuzz and a few strays, and life. It rolls off her. Cigarettes and stale beer, sex and sweat, a cloying perfume, vivid. She is so beautiful. So beautiful. 4. In Bombay, now Mumbai again, fucking colonizers. You know what I mean. You don't. You probably can't. A friend of mine, he said there are so many people. You look down any major street and everything that can happen is happening. You just have to look past all the children with their hands out. Someone's dying. Someone's giving birth in the mud, didn't even make it to the sidewalk. Someone's being robbed at knife point or going off to fight in a never-ending war in Kashmir, bribing an official, falling in love, giving a scholarship to a brilliant and deserving student, finding a new job, doing an odd job, getting a blowjob, and 3 more people died already. A pack of feral dogs trying to decide where to start. 5. With just under 10,000 pages to go, a young woman uncaps a pen and begins writing madly. I'll finish up with a much, much older sensory poem. This one's called Industrial Noise Music. A very well-insulated warehouse on the south side of San Francisco. Maybe 15 to 20 fans of industrial noise. A music genre where novice violinists play musical chairs on sheet metal around a small herd of goats. You can't really listen to it. Sit down. It's starting again. The guitarist, drummer, and singer all just yelled switch, and you can't tell if anything changed. Listen. A dozen dumpsters fall from the sky as an angry elephant squares off against a Japanese death metal band. Listen as the electric flautist opens up the Necronomicon, bleeding airy F sharps and summoning the king in yellow. Listen as all of your silverware is fed into your garbage disposal. It's a Gordian note. Maybe it would make sense if you had synesthesia, the band painting all of Van Gogh's most obscure works layered together on the ceiling, and you could see the answer to everything just in that moment. And then you're off again, finding Nemo in a giant shaking snow globe full of Halloween confetti. Relax. Close your eye. Let it wash over you. A wave so big you're surfing this barrel of kinesthetics, curling all around you, tracking you along that wet tunnel. Satori as you break free. In the stillness, you can hear a pin drop. as it's being pulled from another grenade.